We're streaming. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wayback Wednesday Gaming.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday. My friend Ritz is here, as he likes to join me a lot.
Greetings.
And I always appreciate having him.
I'm sure it gets lonely here otherwise.
So, tonight, as you see, we got Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos. So before I say anything about the game, I'm just going to let the introduction play out.
Let it speak for itself.
As it glitches a little bit.
Virgin Interactive Entertainment presents the Westwood Studios production of Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos.
My liege, it is as we feared. Scotia has uncovered the temple and will have the Nether Mask soon.
We must be ready for her. She will come here first.
But Richard, what worry have we here at Gladstone? Surely we can arrange a defense against any charades.
The mask is not a toy. The time has come, and I have no choice. I must destroy her now.
You would be so pleased.
What can be taking so long? I want it now!
Your Unholiness.
You will not make me wait again. Ah, it's a pretty little package. At last! Richard and his puny forces have met their match. Ah, I like this. Yes. Will serve me well. Beware, King Richard. You will pay for your lack of vision.
And that's the introduction.
So that was kind of chopping up for me. I don't know about you.
It didn't seem to be bad for me. It might just be an issue with screen share and DOSBox not working together.
Could be.
So anyway, Lands of Lore, Throne of Chaos, Westwood Studios. They did a whole bunch of great games when they were around. And yes, that was Sir Patrick Stewart as the king.
Sir Pat Stew on Twitter.
So...
I have need of a champion. Who among you will volunteer to serve me in this matter?
So this is a first-person perspective party RPG.
I like parties.
Dungeon crawler, kind of think Dungeon Master if you're familiar with that. It's very much that game, basically, but different.
Well, have you decided?
Ak'shel, Michael, Kieran, and Conrad.
So yeah, you get the 4 different people to choose from, and they have the different stats. Protection, you don't even really need to look at that stat.
Decided.
Magic and Might are the other two, but Might can be trained up pretty easily for most. Magic can be trained up too. It's more of just like...
Do my looks frighten
I don't know.
you? Magic runs strong amongst my people. I may not seem as strong as the others, but I'm more adept with the magic of the lands.
Like, I find a more of a difficulty setting.
Let's not have any fooling around here. Strong is strong. Trust your instincts on this one. I'm the best fighter of the bunch. A natural.
God, he even sounds like...
Strength. Magics. What good is it all if you can't dodge blows? I'm fast, quick. Go with these lodestones if you plan to plod along. But if you want to win this quest, better pick me.
I'm the most well-rounded champion for your cause. Face it, with all the dangers in the land, you need someone with my adaptability.
That eyebrow!
Yeah. So, basically, canonically, Kieran is the champion. Because there was a sequel, and in it, it was established Kieran was the champion for this.
Why is everything lower on Kieran than Conrad? Just the hardest difficulty?
Decided.
Yeah. Kieran's kind of the hardest starting, but he's one of the best in-game characters once you get him leveled a little bit.
Oh, okay. So,
he-
instantaneous thoughts. Michael reminds me a bit of,
Well, have you
what's his
decided?
name? Bruce Campbell. And Conrad reminds me... Conrad reminds me a bit of, what's his name? Reynolds. What's his name?
I'm not sure you're thinking of.
Castle.
Decided.
You know.
Oh, yeah, Captain
Nathan
Hammer.
Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion. I see it now. Wow, yeah. But basically, my take on him, Michael, he's the easiest early game, or easy early game, not necessarily easiest,
Have you
but one of the hardest late games.
Sure, because you gotta work up that magic and magic.
Kieran's one of the hardest early games and one of the easier late games. Conrad's fairly easy all around, and Ak'shel's really easy early game and medium difficulty
Have you
late
decided?
game. I've played through as all of them, multiple times, and that's kind of my take on it.
Well,
so who should we
is
be?
there anyone in the audience who wants to vote?
I'm not sure if we have any actual current viewers yet.
Oh,
Have
sad.
you decided?
So maybe we'll go Ak'shel just to show
Do
off
my
the
looks
magic.
frighten you? Magic runs strong amongst my...
Excellent. Settle your affairs and attend me in the throne room for instructions.
And the loading screens are a little weird, but that's just
Yeah,
DOSBox and old DOS games on my
yeah. It's interesting. The
Welcome
music
to
quality
Gladstone
reminds me
King.
exactly of
King Richard awaits you in the throne room.
LucasArts games.
Right. This was a CD. This is the CD version of the DOS game of it. Let's see, your text is on.
I mean, it almost looks like this was like a would run off of Scum or Scum VM.
Right. So yeah, this is the main window. This is what you see. You have the controls over here. You can click on if you want, or you can hotkey it.
Ak'shel, were you not summoned to see the king?
So I have it set up on WASD, Q and E for movement, for ease of movement.
Sure.
The defaults are 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, and 6 on the keypad, because, that's what they were. But anyway, so you have your attack. This is your magic button. And you have levels 1 to 4, depending on how much magic you have and your level. It depends on what you can cast. Inventory and all that. And good old inventory down here. But yeah, you have 3 things at level: Fighter, Rogue, and Mage. Fighter and Mage are straightforward. As you fight or use magic, you level them. Rogue, you wouldn't really know how to level Rogue unless you just know, which is using ranged weapons or physically throwing things. Like that. Of course, you don't see it. It takes a while to level up, but...
His Royal Majesty awaits you in the throne room.
Anyway, let's get started with the story.
At least they start you off in
March
like
with
one of
whatever
the castle.
troops can be gathered locally.
Isn't Eric mustering his white army? Have we lost all confidence in our own military capabilities?
Eric is the finest commander in the kingdom, but he is a 5-day march from here.
As long as we have our own magic, I really don't see where we need more than the defenses we already have in place.
Scotia is not an adversary to be taken lightly. Ah, Ak'shel. Because of the threat from Scotias, I have an urgent need for the Ruby of Truth. Retrieve it from Roland's estate in the Southland and return it to Gladstone. Here is a key to my private library. Among the books, you will find a magic atlas that should be of assistance on your journey.
Come by my office before you leave the keep. I'll give you a writ that will identify you as being on official business for His Highness.
So yeah, sending you off on a little quest.
Party members, or is it just...
You will, but not for a little bit. So this is the library, and this is actually a
And
missable
so
book.
it came to pass that the ancient
this one
people
isn't,
of
but-
Gladstone have
These have lore in it. This though is the atlas, and it's actually missable.
The magic atlas.
So if you don't get it, then you can go the whole game without a map, and that kind of really sucks because the map is very useful. Because I don't know if you noticed, it actually maps out
It's tracking where you
buttons.
can.
Well, that, but it also maps out buttons even if you don't see them.
Ah.
So if I just walked by here and this was just like a hidden button down in the corner and I didn't see it, it'll show up on the map. I'll try not to speed around too much movement-wise.
Yeah,
Oh,
just-
it's you. The impending storm attracts all you would-be heroes. Now, I suppose you want your writ.
I don't like this
Wow,
dude.
man. He's kind of a dick when he's
Yeah.
around the king.
He's a bit of a dick.
Oh.
Even the beasts seek shelter.
Yeah.
If I want you to touch something of mine, I'll ask you. Use your own maps. Those are mine. What are you waiting for?
He's a bit of a dick. I don't like
If you need
Jaron.
help, mayhap that rascal Timothy is at the Grey Eagle.
So yeah.
Jaron Oberon, Royal Chamberlain. The hidden plumbing seems miraculous.
So yeah, you can click on things to inspect them. Sometimes you get treasures or
Tapestries
something.
bring some warmth to the keep. Victor
I feel
Gladstone.
like that every
Royal
character
Armory.
probably has their own set of voice lines for every single
They do.
thing they read out loud.
So you come to see Victor, afraid of Scotia's new toy? Why afraid? Look at Victor. Myself could use a shape changer.
I kind of like Victor
You
though.
show Victor what you want to buy. Maybe you show Victor what you sell. Okay. That one a weapon right for you. 60 crowns.
I only have 41. But yeah, this is how the shops work. You go click on whatever you're looking at. It'll tell you what they are.
Weapon.
Or you take it, click over them, they'll offer.
You again come visit. No?
I do want to go here and I'll get a salve. He's a medicinal guy.
Shh. Did you hear something? If Scotia does attack, they say we won't hear a thing. Quickly now. Point out what you need.
Chicken.
He's
That
really
salve
skittish.
is a secret work recipe for healing. That is a 20-crown dose.
20 crowns, sure.
I prescribe ginseng to neutralize poisons and soothe injuries. Would you like to buy a root? That.
Yeah.
Would you like to buy a root?
Well then.
Sure.
Yeah. Just get a little bit of healing stuff. Don't really
Nice.
need it, but...
Itty bitty teeny tiny little pile.
So now we're out in the world. This is where things actually start happening.
Lots of trees and more trees and just random weapons on the ground.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of random stuff found on the ground.
There's nothing in the hollow. Is that a suitable shirt you flora?
What?
A pseudobusha hugiflora.
Lake Dread is much too cold for swimming this time of year.
So that's Lake Dread. We'll need that later.
Do you remember this game?
I actually just finished a playthrough of this about 2 weeks ago.
Excuse me. Are you
Oh, shit.
Richard? I need to get into the keep and I have forgotten the password. May I go in?
I'm sorry.
He has yellow eyes.
It's time.
Mm-hmm.
So help me.
I will not forget.
Yellow eyes.
Yep. So we can go there, which is where we gotta go to advance the story, or we can explore. Uh-oh.
Hey, you! I'm taking your money.
I don't want to give him my money. Let's fight him.
Get my money without a fight.
So, you know, Ak'shel is not the greatest fighter. So trying to fight is probably not the best idea, except using magic.
Holy blood spatter! He's a puddle!
Yep.
You disintegrated him.
Yep. that is the basic magic spell, Spark. Cast it.
Spark?
Yeah.
More like explode. Disintegrate?
So yeah, rocks are very important. Always have a rock on you. For multiple reasons. One is, oh hey.
Why are those guarding that cave?
What should we do?
Sneak, of course.
Sneak? Alright.
Hey, you!
Oh,
Come back here!
Fail.
we failed. Hey, what's up, Doom Ranger? So these swarms, you right click them and they do that. They actually send out a swarm to hurt your enemies. But rocks, they're important because you can do this.
Stun lock.
You can throw rocks, and it actually raises your rogue skill by doing that.
Huh.
Using ranged weapons also increases your rogue skill. Now the only thing rogue skill is used for is picking locks.
Ah, so you do have to level it.
Right. So now we're in the first little intro cave.
Coins in here.
This is what we really want. The lantern. Got a torn shirt, weathered dagger, all unuseful stuff. Pressure plates. That's the other reason you always want rocks. So you can weigh down pressure plates if you need to. Sometimes they take more than one, but I don't know what that does yet, so. Well, I know, but.
Trash.
Crumble to dust.
Trash.
Crumble to dust.
There are silver coins in here.
Okay.
Alright, Atlas. Aha.
Alright, this thing ain't waiting down.
How can you tell?
Because it would actually depress. Like, there's an actual... See, that one's not, now it is. Like, there's a little animation for it if it'll weigh it down. Some of them just won't be weighted down by items.
So you need like a person or a monster?
Well, that's why we look at the map. And see, there's buttons everywhere. We hadn't touched the buttons.
That's true.
So let's go find out. Hey, here's a button.
Oh, look at that.
They got us a key.
Bug's key.
So there was a button here somewhere.
Left side.
There it is. Now there's another button. Now there's another button. And now it's open.
Lockpicks.
Right.
Let's look up, so...
You can bash open chests.
Please make that sound a lot. That's awesome.
Chest has been smashed.
You can bash open chests, but I think it ruins a lot of stuff in there.
Sure, of course.
So yeah, you definitely want a rock all through the game with you if you can keep it. In fact, the last playthrough I did, I didn't have one at the end game, and I missed some really nice items.
Hit it with the rock!
But yeah, that's the little Thug's Hideout cave, just a little bit of treasure. These bezel cups are full life heal for whoever uses it. And
Nice.
the little gems on it is the amount of uses, so you can actually get up to 4 uses out of a single one, but this one only has 1. But that's what that is, and it's really nice to have.
Ah,
pig!
It's a pig! Make some bacon.
Yep. Try and fight him a little bit, level up fight. There we go. That wasn't too bad. A stick. Stick is much worse than the dagger.
Is that a Pseudobushia hugiflora?
Yeah. Every now and then you can find things in these little holes. Sometimes you just get bit. Sometimes nothing happens. There's Gladstone. That's where we came from. Oh. Is that... Yeah, we've been everywhere.
Looks like it.
So now we'll go into the marina.
Excuse me, I need to book passage to the Southland.
Where's your money?
I have a writ from the king.
Well, where is it?
You.
Well then,
There we go.
hurry and get on the boat.
Wow. She's nice.
Yeah, people are randomly not so nice in this game. Some of them have attitude problems. So now we are in Southland Forest. And this is kind of where the game really starts. That was all just kind of intro, tutorial type stuff. So where are we? Oh yeah, Bucks.
Hello. Come on in. I'm Buck. Here to trade and show me what you got or what you want.
You want a torn shirt?
I'm not really interested in buying that. I'm not really interested in buying that.
Well, you don't want anything.
I'm not really interested in buying that. I'll sell that, you know.
10 crowns. Sure, we'll buy a shield.
Buy the one on the left and I'll throw
And
in the
boots.
one on the right. 10 crowns. Buy the bow and I'll throw in the arrows.
Would you sell that?
Sure. 100
100 crowns for the bow. That's way more than I got.
Don't mess things up.
I think that's all he sells.
So long. Watch out for the orcs.
So now you've got some gear, huh?
Yeah, figured get a little better defensive gear. Because we're going to be fighting orcs.
That's an orc, huh?
That's an orc.
That's a puddle.
And that's another couple orcs. And I'll just equip this in combat. So I'm using a hotkey to swing the weapon. You can click on it, or their F1, 2, and 3 will hotkey the attack of your characters. Oh god.
Oh shit.
Those are a little rough. I might want to get out of here for now. I want. There's one thing I want. There it is. That's exactly what I want. The Gray Eagle.
This looks cozy.
Because.
Are you by chance Timothy of Gladstone?
Yes, I am Timothy. And who might you be?
I'm Ak'shel. King Richard has sent me to retrieve the Ruby of Truth from Sir Roland. One of the Dark Army spies has a mask or something. She has become a shape changer and apparently threatens the kingdom.
Scotia. She is the most evil woman alive. I heard that she had hired the excavators, but I never dreamed she'd actually find the mask. Well then, Ak'shel, let's go now. I'll get my things together and meet you outside.
We get our first party member.
Huzzah.
If I lose one more customer to rumors about the Dark Army, I'm closing this place. Please don't bother my customers.
Oh, the follow-up.
That's not the exit.
Excuse me, I am looking for the exit. I am on an errand for King Richard.
Well, you're a brave young patriot, Sonny. Take this magnet stone to guide you on your journeys. Long live King Richard.
Here you go, Sonny. Have a compass.
Alright, so yeah, that's how you get the compass.
I am pleased to join you, sir. All I have is at your disposal.
Alright, now we got Timothy with us as well. He's got better armor, so we're going to take that for ourselves. Because why not?
Because why not? Now you need to rest.
Yep, I am resting. Because magic. Magic. So now we can go find other things and try to... Yeah, like I said, Ak'shel is probably the easiest starting game just because he can one-shot most creatures with his mana.
Level 4?
Yeah.
You just have to rest a lot.
Right, but...
I like how both characters shut their eyes during the rest.
Yeah. Those are usually hard fights if you don't have the magic to just burn through them like that. And magic is useful all throughout the game. Like, you know, there's never not a time when magic's not good.
Unless a bad guy has magic.
Eh.
And magic's not good.
They have magic, but not in the same way. All the spells that you get to cast, the enemies don't. And now I hear these guys again. And he's already gained a level. Like, he's that magic attuned that it happens that quickly.
And now you can cast that twice.
Right. So yeah, there is a risk of resting where things can come out and attack you, so that is one thing to be worried about.
One thing don't be worried about?
To be worried about.
Ah. Permadeath, I'm guessing?
Yes and no. I mean, if your whole party's wiped out, yeah, it's just game over. You have to reload a save. So if you don't have a save or something, then yeah, you're just dead. But if a character dies, you can revive them just by healing them. So you don't have near the magic.
Yeah, you start with level, like, 4 spells, and he only starts with level 1.
Right, but he's a much better fighter. But, like,
his mana fills up so fast.
Right.
Love it.
He has so little. Like, I think it all refills at, like, the same rate. It's just depending on how much you have.
Right. So many ticks it takes.
Right. So, we found Bucks. We've been the Grey Eagle. I think I know where we need to go is down over here.
I'm glad you know where you're going, because this looks like a bunch of trees.
Well, for the most part, you just look for things that aren't quite closed off. Like, you see how it's not dark right there?
Well, I can tell on the map.
Yeah,
But I can't tell in real time.
Yeah, this is where we need to go. I will make a save, because this is where the first...
boss fight.
I'm just gonna name this... M. For M. Because of the way I've done the hotkeys through DOSBox, it kind of unbound the QWEASD keys. So I can't actually use those to type anything.
Someone has attacked.
And that's Roland's manor, and it's been attacked.
And now you have a dungeon.
Right. This is the first little story dungeon to go through. Let's go somewhere.
I'm guessing you have the option to ignore your partner.
What do you mean?
Like, what's his name? Who's the guy that's with you?
Timothy?
Timothy. You have the option of not taking him.
Yeah, you could go without finding him and just not have him. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's possible. Though at least the two other characters you in the game with, you don't have an option. Like, you have to take them. The game just won't work otherwise.
These scones are firmly attached.
I think you mean sconces.
Little joke there.
The window's broken. 7 years bad luck for some poor orc.
That's nothing, apparently.
Debris.
So, hey. Yep.
Ouch. Ouch.
Someone has been burning parchments. Hey, this one is only half burned.
Burnt scroll.
Boy, all the others are destroyed.
Boy.
Richard, my research indicates imperative that you're oined with the ruby. Combat the Netherium.
Oh, there's a nice little... Yeah, there's a nice little hint for the future. That is a hint for in-game.
How long is this game?
Decently long. I'd say my average playthrough is upwards of 6 to 10 hours, depending on. Huh?
I see.
Yeah. Just depending on, you know, how slow I go, what I do, and way I do it. If I remember the puzzles or not. That guy looks mean.
That thing looks really mean.
So let's just make a save real quick, just to be safe.
You small, what you?
He farted.
So what do we want to do?
Bluff.
Bluff?
Bluff.
With the Dark Army. Scotia sent me to take command here.
You tricked me. You think I stupid?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Okay. Back out, because...
that friend. Because he axe hurt. Holy crap, that's a big ass axe.
Yep.
Oh god, don't die.
That's what these are for. Dominance.
Dominance.
The thing is, it actually lowers the might. I don't know if that's a bug, or if axes are just bad like that, or if they have a high crit rate or something. Like, it's in-game documentation on what weapons do is very bad.
Coins in here.
This is Roland's hiding place. I hope he is in here.
Oh, that one looks a little weird.
Roland!
No!
What has happened?
There. Ow!
The Dark Army passed through here not an hour ago. They have stolen the Ruby of Truth.
We will take you to Gladstone with us. Dawn will heal your wounds.
I am beyond healing. You two must recover the Ruby.
The war has begun, Ak'shel. The death of such a patriot must be avenged. Let us hasten back to Gladstone.
But first, we drink.
On his deathbed to find these orcs and return the Ruby to Gladstone.
Alright.
If I don't take these coins, the orcs will. If I don't take these...
Bunch of money. Get a saber.
Empty.
Thank you. My quota is up to date.
Yeah. So is the saber any good? So 1 might less, so not really.
Doesn't look like it's any good.
No. Although rapiers add protection, so we'll give that over him.
Now you're even more rapier.
So yeah, that's Roland's Manor. It's a very small area.
Button.
What
There
did you
was
say?
a button.
Yeah, I hit it.
Oh.
That was where it opened up the niche there.
Right. Where you got the oil.
Right. So now we need to go back, but we have money, so we can go to Bucks if we want. Although we bought everything I really want.
He has a bow and arrow, but you have magic.
Right, I'm not gonna worry about buying it. You know, this isn't a playthrough where I'm gonna go through all the whole game, so I'm not too worried about min-maxing like I would.
Under-equipped or under-leveled.
Right, because normally I would buy that bow as soon as possible, equip it, and be throwing rocks and shooting bows as much as possible to raise my rogue skill.
Playing wall ball for a little while. Get to a door you can't unlock. You just sit there and chuck a rock.
So his rogue skill's at 1. Takes a while to level. I think near the end game, if you're not up to 6, there are some chests you just cannot flat out open at all.
Unless you sit there chucking a rock.
Right. And I don't even know if you can do this, just chucking it at a wall and raising. I think you have to be at an enemy to do it.
I'll do it 10 times. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I don't know if it raised or not. You'd have to check the video from right before.
It might have a little.
It might have, so maybe you can do that, but it's
really
very
boring.
tedious, yeah. But normally I would get the bow and do that and use it for the most of the game. So now we're back at the marina.
Hello. Are you going north?
I had a writ from the king, but that other clerk kept. May I still
What?
ride?
Sorry.
The
100
hell
crowns per passenger?
is that?
It's a Thomgog. I believe that's what they're called.
So they only paid for you to leave,
Right.
not for you to come back.
Right, because there's no proof that I have it because it's across the way. But that's why they give you 400 coins in that place.
Hurry, the boat
Because
is
even if you bought
ready.
everything at Bucks, you would still have 300 left. So now we're gonna come back to Gladstone. Where's... Yeah, it's right that way.
You may pass. What tidings bring you from the Southland?
He has red eyes.
Yeah.
His Highness is resting in the throne room.
Not sure they paid too much detail to the eyes, but... Yeah, that little chime you heard, that little ding, that was actually security protection, copyright protection that they had. In the game, he would ask you a question, and you'd have to find the answer in the manual. But since this is a legit copy bought from GOG, they just got rid of that.
Nice.
Do you have the Ruby of Truth?
The ruby has been stolen. I must see King Richard.
Go in at once.
So yeah, this is available on GOG. I do highly recommend it if you enjoy dungeon crawlers. It is one of the better ones.
Leave him, vile witch!
You cannot stop me. I found the mask. My warriors have the ruby. And this realm will soon beg for mercy beneath my heel.
Postpone your celebration, hag. I will not permit this travesty.
Oh, the inept charmer threatens me. You, Dawn, will be the first to grovel at my feet.
He still lives, but we have no antidote, and he sinks deeper by the minute. We must now channel all of our magic into a protective shield. Elvni, Mekilno, Konax! This shroud will prevent any further action of the poison and protect Richard until the cure can be located.
Well then.
Well, I can't just kill him off after all they paid Sir Pat Stew to make this. That'd be a shame.
I don't know about you people, but I'm going down to the Irvish mines and get to the bottom of all this masked business.
Come now, Paulson. Do not be so rash. The Irvish mines are where Scotia found the mask. The Dark Army is surely swarming all over that place.
Well, I just won't sit here on my backside while that wench has her way with the whole countryside.
This has to be the work of Scotia, but how did she manage it?
Hello. We have not met. I am Bakata, Dawn's apprentice.
Our potions cannot cure him, but legends speak of an elixir that could. This shroud has required almost all of our magic to create.
Alright then.
We will need your help, Ak'shel. We must ask that you visit the Droracle. Perhaps he knows a cure for Richard.
And where is it? Do you know, Timothy?
Unfortunately, Timothy's services are needed here. Bakata will join you in Timothy's stead.
Well then, I will meet up with you later, Timothy.
I'm familiar with the path to the Oracle. I would be honored to join you on your quest.
Farewell, Ak'shel. You had best hurry. Do not grieve at our separation. Bakata is a good man, and will be an asset to you on your journey.
Your time has come, Ak'shel, to walk the paths of magic. This mystic album will hold the spells that you acquire. Practice and learn to use it well.
Yay! Now we can heal.
Huzzah.
So yeah, this is how you select different spells. And you'll learn another 4 or 5 throughout the game. So yeah, we can heal now. Just select heal and then select what you want like you would. But yeah, we got Bakata now with us. He has a nice kite shield.
He also has 2 extra arms.
Yeah, he has 4 arms. All people of his race do.
That's awesome.
He also has a helm. Steal that. We both got boots. He doesn't have places for rings though. But that's not such a huge deal because they only give you like 3 rings throughout the whole game.
No spot for rings, because he doesn't have fingers, he just has boxing gloves.
Pretty much. So let's
Like
go
Little
over
Mac.
here. See if we can buy a better weapon.
You again come to see Victor.
Hello, Victor.
Excellent weapon.
Yeah, get the longsword.
You again come to... No?
So, I'm gonna give this to Bakata. So, lose protection but gain might. I'll do that. Yeah, he ends up being... He's a fairly strong mage, but just because of the 2 arms, he can deal a ton of damage. So now we're off to find the Drawracle.
Do you recall seeing caverns east of the keep?
The double.
There is a passage. Let us bear east and then proceed north as soon as possible.
Alright, east and then north.
Here, this mystic chant will open the passage. Connex, Calamari.
I think this is one path I didn't look at earlier, but yeah.
This place stinks.
White.
Alright, so this is the first multi-level dungeon you come to. This is 3 or 4 levels long. A couple different puzzles. This is when the game really kind of begins.
I thought you said that about the last place you went to.
Well,
The wall is
in terms of
six.
story,
God
sure.
sucks. Where at?
I've been poisoned.
Uh-oh. And this is one reason why Ak'shel has easy, because level 3 heal will heal poison. Level 1 and 2 will not. Level 1 and 2 will not do it. Level 3 will heal poison and is a full heal. Level 4 is a full party heal. Heals everyone in your party to max. So it's very nice.
Nice.
So we'll just make a few safety saves as we go along. We got some pits here. And we got some buttons. What are we gonna... What button?
Red.
Whoops! That made more pits. So we fell.
Great. Did you know the answer? Holy shit, he's almost dead.
Yep, that happens. I actually did not mean to fall there, but I forgot it. I wasn't aware it showed up like that.
There's something on the north wall.
Sleep first. Like, falling there is fine, but I didn't actually mean to do that. I didn't know it put a pit behind you.
Corpses.
Bones. What's in here?
This room smells worse than the rest.
Egg sacks. Ugh.
Ugh.
How disgusting.
Should we click it?
Heavens, I'm feeling a bit queasy.
This one's moving.
No.
No?
Do it.
Okay.
There's something alive in there.
Let's see what happens.
Shall we cut this one open?
No.
Oh, that air smells good. Thanks. I was on my way to the Drawracle when one of those monsters grabbed me.
We as well seek the Drawracle. You are quite welcome to join us.
Oh, thank you.
What color are her
I've been
eyes?
chosen to serve in the Drawracle's household on behalf
I
of
don't
my
know.
village. If I can't
I don't know if you get a
there,
close
he
up.
won't give our farmers the weather predictions.
I take it you are from Gisborne.
I'm Ak'shel, and this is my friend Bakata.
I'll wait for you outside this dreadful
Actually, you need to work on your timing.
Thanks again. I thought it was over for me.
Yeah. Oh, now we got a third party member for this part of the journey.
Hooray! She's very roguish.
Yeah, she has a high rogue value.
Give her a weapon.
We'll give her the saber. Actually, we'll give her the axe. I never use the axe. We'll see what it does, if anything. So, oh hey, there's another button.
There's a trap door up here.
Alright, so now we're back over here where we were.
Ah. The pit's gone from the buttons. Where at?
You're right. The pits are gone. So let's see if
It
we can do
has
this.
to be, because otherwise it'd block off the buttons.
Right.
So not red. Sure, why not? I don't care. Whatever color. Blue puts it... Oh, they move.
Aha! We just need the right combination.
There we go.
What, all three?
Yeah. It's any order, all three. So that opens that up.
Be careful. I think this is a trap.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, put a rock on it.
Whoa.
Or sandals. Whoa, what?
Did you not see that?
No, I didn't. What were the... Oh, is that like a...
You don't
What
see
is
that?
Huh? Oh, like flying discs?
Yeah. It's hard to see because of the perspective, but yeah.
So that triggers every time you hit that...
Every time that plate goes on or off, that triggers.
I've been poisoned.
Oops. Ooh, an emerald eye.
Yay, mana.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, Ak'shel is probably the easiest to really go through the game with, just because magic's always so useful.
Mana.
Let's go open up that door.
Watch out, those fellows don't look friendly.
It's like cat people or something?
Something like that. So yeah, again, normally in a game, I would be timing it to keep throwing rocks.
Silver coins in here.
Got a helmet. Leather jerkin. That is one tip.
Here, put this on.
Yeah, if you go to an inventory screen, action pauses, so, you know. But yeah, I would be doing this. In a normal playthrough, I'd use that, and then just keep doing this to raise the rogue skill. But I'm not so worried about that now. But we'll probably get through this cave maybe, and that might be... I got one other thing I want to show, but...
Trash.
Ooh, more lockpicks. You only need one set, though. So, what have we missed?
All bots in?
I know exactly what we missed. No, that button got us in here. I know exactly what we missed.
Okay.
I'll leave that, just because.
Well,
Well, you have to fall down that to get out of there. This is what we missed.
Sledge token.
Yeah.
Now you have a sledge.
Now I have a sledge.
But no super sledge.
Yeah, this is that button that you're looking at. That got us in here.
I've been
Yeah.
poisoned.
Enemies do seem to keep respawning fairly infinitely, which is both a good and an annoying bad thing. So it's good because you can keep grinding and keep getting levels. And...
Don't let her die. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, she died.
There we go. But I can just cast heal and she's awake. Yeah. Yeah, this you know, this is what the game is for the most part, going through doing all that. But as good as the game is, there is a few design flaws that I just really hate.
Okay.
One of which we will see a little later in this cave. And that is, there are some enemies that can burn your armor off just randomly with their attacks.
Oh.
There's no way to get that back. So if it just happens...
Just fight them naked?
See, I don't know, because there's one in the penultimate dungeon of the game. There's a set of monsters that do that, and those can almost one-shot you if you don't have armor on. And it's just one of those things. You know, there's no real counterplay to it, and I just think it's really bad design. Oh yeah, I have a helmet, but it's only the armor piece. It's not shields or helmet or anything like that. But it's still. There are no armor shops to buy anything yet, so whatever you find during the game is all you get.
All you got. I say, now we're getting somewhere.
So yeah, now I'm using the sledgehammer to break this wall down. That's what I had been missing. Fill the lantern up. So yeah, that's one complaint I have about the game. And I want to say, oh yeah, there's also one place, there's only one place like this in the whole game, but there's a place where you can get stuck into a dead end.
Oh.
Which, you know, I think is just really bad design. Yay, casting levels again already. I forgot how easy Ak'shel is. I barely play with him usually. Yeah, in the Urbish Mines, so if you do ever go buy this and play through it, anyone watching, just make a lot of saves there. You know, I don't want to give the puzzle away. It's one of those puzzles I've tried so many times to figure it out myself, and I haven't. I've gone and looked it up online, and my reaction was like, that's just pure bullshit. Because it's not a mechanic that's really known well throughout the game, and it's only, I think it only actually happens like twice that you'd ever notice it.
You're standing next to a button.
I am. So that button opened up a pit.
You have to go deeper.
I guess we should fall into the pit.
Take slight damage. Instigid, poor caveman, didn't even see you.
But his friends did.
Yep.
Yeah. So, try to rest often, keep yourself healthy is one of the easier ways to get through it. But, oh yeah, here we go.
What?
That's another thing this game likes. Spinner squares. Whenever I step on the square, it does that on its own. It spins around a few times.
Doesn't say anything about it.
Right. It's just that thing where they're just like, whoa, what happened? So it likes to spin you around. There's some places that do that.
You just have to stop and look at your compass and map real
kind
quick.
of. But in places like that, when you might be running from someone, it can get really scary. Die.
What's the horseshoe for?
Nothing. Yeah, that's the one thing where Ak'shel kind of is weak at, is if there's a lot of enemies early on, you're just like, wait a minute. Hey, we got a chest here. Let's see if we can pick the lock. We'll have Laura do it. So whoever has that highlight is who's going to be taking the action. So yeah, she was able to pick it no problem.
Effortless.
Got a star.
Like ninja
Sapphire
stars?
eye. Yep. Exactly like ninja stars. So these can be thrown like rocks, or you can put them on your character and you throw out the ninja star. And again, that will raise the rogue skill like bows would.
You lose it after you throw it?
Nope. It throws a copy of it, basically.
Nice.
I guess it's representing just like a bunch of them.
Handy.
But yeah. If you notice, it goes down to 3.
Yeah,
but
you have range.
It's range damage and it's almost guaranteed to hit, so. Alright, so everyone got that chest. This was where we were, so we'll turn around and go see. There's even more. lot of cavemen in here.
And none of them have switched to Geico.
Nope. So yeah, that was just a bunch of cavemen.
Whoa.
Yeah. So let's open up this door and see what happens. We have 2 dragons with eye sockets missing. I wonder what goes in them.
Aww. Those would have been worth selling.
Really? Quite a stroke of genius.
So which one should we go to?
Yes.
Left or right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll go to the left.
Woo! Got a rock.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the look of surprise.
Yeah.
On their faces when they wake up. After a week.
Yep. Someone's attacking us.
Guaranteed crit on a first hit, I'm guessing.
I'm not sure. There's another spinner square. Hey, we got another treasure chest.
There are silver.
Doing.
That's the walking. That's the enemies. That's their sound. That's the caveman sound. Like all enemies have a type of walking sound that they have, and that's
And
the
there's
caveman.
simply every step grunts. Ah.
Pretty much.
You know, I should have put shoes on this morning.
Oh, secret wall.
And a passage to the right. What does secret wall mean? That it's not really there?
Exactly. So let's go to the secret wall. Yeah, it is straight
You
ahead.
can even see the partition of the wall. You can see the edge of it.
I think that's just. I think that's every wall is really like that.
Every wall has that tile edge?
Yeah.
When you depart from this area.
Yeah. Yeah, enemy spawns are weird. Like I noticed last time I played through, they can literally spawn right behind you. Yeah, see, all of them have that partition.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, secret wall means it's just not there. You can walk through it. And of course, those become more prominent later in the game too. Ow. So we got a pit, a button, a dragon thing,
Looks like trouble. This does not seem to be the way to open it.
chest. So what should we do? Look at first. What should we
Is
do?
there a button on the wall? No.
Well, that's a button.
No, I meant another one that was a hidden button, like a little
I
shape.
don't think so. Yeah. There's a button across the pit.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. That's okay. I don't know. Well, looks like you got the choice between button or chest.
So we
I would vote.
try the chest. Got aloe. Got the mace bouncer. Ooh, a freeze scroll. So that's the next spell you learn is freeze. Ooh, the silver goblet.
Empty.
Refilled on my hmms.
Yep.
Holy
Ow.
shit. Only works once. But look at that. How long does a silver goblet last?
Into the dungeon.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. Costs a little bit of magic from that character, but it's a nice heal.
I get it.
Yeah. Alright, so now here's another thing. Why you always want a few rocks on you. You can throw them to hit buttons.
Makes sense.
And now I got a worn key. Now, what good is that worn key? I don't know. I might want to fall down the pit.
Maybe.
Because I haven't been to level 3.
Walk up, push button.
So, although there is that little thing there, we'll go explore that first. Try not to speed through this too much, just because it oh, hey, there's a downstairs. Don't need to go fall through the pit. We can just walk down there.
You can just walk. That's right. Who knows? Maybe the pit leads to more traps that are going to hurt you even more.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw a keyhole.
I did too. I tend to try to explore what's open before hitting switches, though.
Oh.
Not one of these things.
Gold and silver Gila monster. At least he's not licking you.
Yeah. So, mace bouncer is better than a mace. Daggers.
Better than a worn dagger.
And my inventory's full. That is probably one of the other more, not so much a big complaint, but just an issue is you have to a lot of inventory management for this one.
I'm detecting a hint of magic nearby.
Hey, another free scroll.
Another free scroll. Whoa.
Yep. So now we'll go back to that keyhole and see what happens.
You can't go that way. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no! The walls close behind us.
Uh-oh.
This
There's
is
a pit
one
in
way.
front of us. So let's make a little safety save and run up. Wait, huh?
So what exactly is the monster that you... Is that a fake pit?
It's a fake pit.
Huh.
So what monster what?
What monster put her inside the pods in the first place?
I'm assuming that basilisk type creature, but look at this chest. Let's open up more chests, more oil. Ooh.
Ripper.
Ripper. Oh, red scroll. Hey, scale mail. There we go. Some nice armor. I don't need the shirts. Horseshoe. Yeah, you end up leaving a lot of stuff on the ground just because. Let's freeze something. Let's see what this does.
Well, that's one way to kill a bug.
Yep. Just put an ice wall in front of it. I actually forgot level 4 freeze did that because I don't normally
projectiles.
Well, yeah, it creates the ice wall. I don't normally play with Ak'shel, and most other characters can't get level 4 of most spells easily, so you end up not getting it. An iron key. We'll use some sandals. Alright, there's a button down there. Let's go hit the button.
Yep. Button. You found the button.
There's the button. Yeah, you can start.
That wall to the south is an illusion.
He lied.
No, he didn't. Just something was in there.
Walks up to the wall, slams into it. This is real. Wall bites him. What the?
Pretty much. So yeah, as you see, I'm getting to the point where I can't take everything with me just because inventory management. But generally, like any old weapons, the only reason you'd want to keep them is to try and sell them. And at the same time, money's not all that useful in this game. Like, there's very little things you have to buy and a few things you would like to buy, and then once you have them, it's just like, oh, okay.
Man, this part of the dungeon really bugs me.
Ba-dum-bum. So yeah, episode's a little long, but I'll finish this dungeon out and show one other thing. I have a save of one other the big issues I have with the game I wanted to show off. Alright. Die. Yeah, Ginseng will heal poison, so that's a good way to heal it. Now, one thing about freeze, though, it'll hit every enemy in front of you. Unlike Spark, it would target one enemy. So that's one cool thing about having freeze, is you have multi AoE attacks now.
Multi-target attack is nice.
So we got a keyhole here, bugs, treasure chest. Failed to open the lock. There we go.
Oh no.
Hey, a red key. I wonder where it goes. Yeah, aloe doesn't heal poison. It's just a slight health heal. So that's kind of the first healing item I'd look to leave behind. Well, I could leave the axe behind too. But yeah, some locks can't be picked. You have to have the key. Others, there is a key, but you can still pick them. And others, you just have to. Notice that was a plate. So, empty container. Alright then.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, freeze makes it easy. There's the level down. Let's go explore that secret area though. We didn't go through there. Yeah. I keep trying not to go too fast, and then I just go really fast because I'm just so used to doing that.
Found him.
That's where all the noise is coming from. And see, this is weird, because in my last playthrough, enemies would not go through secret walls. I didn't think they could. But apparently they can, because they're doing it now. Here.
The rings look tarnished and neglected.
Apparently not.
Ooh.
Just an area to go to.
Secret wall.
Yeah.
Well kept secret.
Alright, so now we go down to the next level, which was over this way. So yeah, now I think is where we first get introduced to the first enemy that can burn your armor. Yep, and that guy can do it.
What is that thing?
A weird, slimy snail thing. Yep. Acid consumes my armor. That piece has just been deleted. So I can put another one on, but it can happen again. Like that. And that's one thing I think is just horrible BS design. Because there's no real counterplay to it outside of save scumming. Which isn't good design. Put a wall up. So yeah, that's one of the few complaints I have about this game that would knock a few scoring points off if I had to rate it. If that could be removed, especially considering, actually in the very end, the very last dungeon, there's an enemy that will do that. Oh.
Well then.
So it seems this place is a pit. You can't tell. That square in front of me is a pressure plate.
Yeah.
It just doesn't show you. And that's an enemy in my way. We'll just kill that guy. So yeah, it's nice having balance. you know, get all your skills up as you can. Rogue is hardest to raise.
There are silver.
There we go, crossbow. So again, just like the thing, you can just fire crossbows.
Just spam it everywhere you go.
Pretty much. And it'll slowly raise your rogue level. Again, I would be using one of those for almost 2/3 of the game, if not more, just to raise the rogue level up. One tip though, if you ever play this, once you get Bakata, you don't lose him. He's in for the rest of the game. So spend time leveling him. Of course, whoever you pick is going to be there too. So. Where do we go? There's a button right next to us. Ow!
Eat it.
Holy crap, that hurt. That's still very nice to have. So yeah, this dungeon, there's 2 different ways to get through it. As you saw with those 2 eyes. And what it is there's a treasure you need in each one. But you can only get one or the other.
I think that's another crumbling wall.
So this is one of the treasures, is the silver goblet. So now we got more of this stuff. Salve. Hey, a bezel ring, which, as far as I know, does absolutely nothing.
Looks nice though.
But yeah.
Can it be combined with something else to make a...
I don't believe so.
You were down.
I don't believe so. More walls. And more fireballs. One thing I do like about this game, though, is the music. Music's really good for this game. Nothing crazy. Just a dragon staring me down. And more fireballs happening.
Hey, stairs.
Yep. We'll go back over this way, though. More fireballs again. There's a button there.
There are silver coins
for money. And that's all that was there, I guess. So stairs up. Alright, so this is the drawer.
Excuse me. We are seeking a cure for King Richard of Gladstone.
Peasants! How dare you speak before placing an offering? Go through the archway there, and place your trinket on the altar.
To which trinket could he be referring?
Maybe the boots?
I think they want a different offering.
How about the star?
I think they want a different offering.
Nah, it's this.
It would have to
be. Yeah.
Splendid. Let us go now and get the elixir.
No more free heals.
Hi, I'm Laura from Grisbold. Where do I go now?
When your companions are finished, you shall wait here.
We are seeking a cure for King Richard of Gladstone.
I am aware of that. Only the elixir of Diebold can cure Gladstone's monarch. Ingredients are everywhere. The elixir you seek can only be created in an ancient white tower.
I I say, could you be a bit more specific?
The Master has spoken. If you want more information, you must present another gift.
No? I will answer that query. Fate has condemned me to this course, and along its path I must tread. You must obtain 4 special trophies. First, you must butcher the creature whose flesh has never lived. Next, you must see the sweetness of your enemy. The third ingredient must be collected from the deadly depths. Lastly, you will need powders taken from the heart of your mother. This has been inscribed on a scroll for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Well, so
is
long,
that all?
Laura. Best of luck to you.
Is
Thank
that
you very
all?
much for your assistance. All Griswold owes you a debt of gratitude for leading me through those dreadful caves.
The Master has spoken. You must leave now.
Alright, so...
Yeah, and they just shut the door in your face.
So yeah, that's the ingredients for the elixir to save King Richard.
And that's all you're doing is saving the king, and that's the game?
Pretty much. Like, you save the king, and then there's like maybe 20 more minutes after that, and you kill Scotia. Like, that. Most of the game is trying to figure all that out and getting out of there.
Well then. And then of course you have to escape the damn dungeon.
Right.
Bad luck. I presume we'll have to unravel the Draugur's riddle before we can assemble any of the ingredients.
Let's return to Gladstone. Maybe one of the council.
I like his get more specific about this white tower. Yeah, sure. Here's 4 more less specific things I can tell you about.
Yeah.
Never mind more information about the one thing you did
So
ask
yeah,
me
getting
about.
out of the dungeon though is pretty easy because they just put you right back up here.
Oh, they set you out the other door. And
Right, they put you back at level 1, just quick to go out.
That's nice of them.
So yeah, that's what Lands of Lore is. It's one of those first-person parties. I am going to load a game that's further in to show off one other of the things I disagree with about the design of the game. And I'll explain why when I load it. It is actually at the White Tower that the Oracle spoke of. So, there we go. So this was the game I played through earlier. I chose Conrad. You know, you get all sorts of nice goodies as you go along, as you see.
Pig-nosed Paulson.
Yeah, you get Paulson. And this is, you know, the in-game party and stuff. So there's a section called the White Tower. I'm in level 2, and it's the first 2 levels aren't an issue. They're well designed, whatever, fun. Level 3, however, has a bit of an issue. And well, I'll just go into the tower and, you know, not knowing anything, I'm not gonna say anything.
Leave this place whilst thou still might. I am bound here for eternity, as are the others. Make ye haste from this accursed place.
I advise caution. I can feel danger here.
No mere ghost can convince me. We will press on.
Okay. So, I mean, you know, you come in here, it looks decent, looks normal, whatever. But the problem is the enemies. And specifically that.
The hell is that?
That is their ranged attack. So, I'm fighting ghosts. And you see how little damage I'm doing to them. I don't normally do that. I normally do upwards of 100 damage per an attack. But, you know, I'm getting destroyed here just because they're ghosts. They go through walls. So I'm being attacked from multiple directions. You back out, see?
Jeez.
Right. So, it's almost impossible just going through this normally. So, these emerald weapons, you find 2 of these, and those are supposed to be able to hit incorporeal creatures a lot better than normal.
But
so let's try that out. That's kind of how the game meant for you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see how that works. See, 96, it does a lot more damage, but you only get 2 of them. You have 3 parties. You have 3 party members. And 4 weapon slots. So you see this just, it's not working. So there is one thing in the game that can kill ghosts and kill them very easily. Which is this, the Valen's Cube. The problem is, if you play this game as the developers intended you in the order they intended you to, you will not have one when you get to this tower.
Okay.
So, the Valen's Cube, you right-click it, and it puts out a magic dispersal type deal. And there's some barriers that Scotia puts up, and you need it to disperse it. So, after you get Pawson, you get the cube, you're supposed to go to Wyville City. And to get there, you have to use the Valen's Cube to destroy the barrier. When you do that, the Valen's Cube disappears. And after you get to Wyville City, you get all the stuff for the elixir, and then you're supposed to come here to make it. So they intend you to do this without the Valen's Cube. Now let's just see what happens when I use the Valen's Cube on him, though. And just see how much of a difference it'll make. So for one thing is that snake attack is their ranged attack, and it, as you see, it almost destroys you. But I use the Valen's Cube. I also get magic back from it. Because it turns white, and you use it again, you get magic back.
Huh.
Yeah. That's the one balancing issue that I really think is like, they didn't think of. Because, yeah, these ghosts will just tear you a new one.
Yeah.
Without you even knowing it.
That's a pain.
Sleeping here? Not a good idea.
Sure.
Because, well, okay, it didn't happen, but normally when you sleep, you'll be assaulted by that snake dragon that they attack with about 3 or 4 times, and you might not even be able to react before you die.
Gotcha.
I don't even see an enemy, and I'm getting hit by that. I believe it's the gold ones that do that. But yeah, this is the one place where it's just like, how are you supposed to get through this without the Valen's Cube?
It didn't do anything.
And somehow that lived, but yeah, that's the one thing. If you do go play this, try to get through the White Tower first before using your Valen's Cube. There is an item you need here, and you'll probably know it when you need it. I don't want to fully spoil it, but yeah. Don't try to fight your way through this, because you'll just have a horrible time. Yeah, you get all sorts of cool armor and stuff. And this is actually something I thought was not in the game for forever. Because it's on the box art. Like on the back of the box it actually has that
you
picture.
Can never find it.
But I never found it as a kid. And so I harp so much about the rogue skills. You do get this jade necklace that increases it by 1. There's also an axe a little later in the game that'll increase it by 1 if you wield it. This only appears in a chest if you open it on your first try.
Huh.
And with a rogue skill of like 6, there's still a chance you won't open it on your first try.
So you gotta save to come in.
Pretty much. And I believe a few other chests function like that, where if you don't open it on that first try, you lose items.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this is an item I thought was never in the game, and it was just dropped before release, but it was in the box art. Like, you know, an actual screenshot on the back of the box. But yeah, it does exist.
Cool.
But yeah, that's Lands of Lore. Like I said, for the most part, I think it's a really good, fairly well balanced dungeon crawler. You know, unlike, say, Dungeon Master, you don't have to worry about food and things like that.
That's one nice thing.
Right, it's just, you know, you get all sorts of cool looking weapons and flare swords, great swords, tridents. But yeah, it's a really nice dungeon crawler. I do recommend it if you're a fan of any type of dungeon crawlers. I didn't want anyone to go through the game and not know about the Valen's Cube thing, because that's just complete bullshit to try this without it.
Too much pain.
In earlier patches, like it's patched automatically, you could actually equip the Valen's Cube, and when you did that and used it, it would duplicate it. So that's what you do early on, but then they patched it out in one of the later versions.
So instead you have to...
So you just have to do it out of intended order. Because you can get what you need out of the 3rd level, but you can't actually finish the elixir, which is what you come here to do. So yeah, I would not recommend... Yeah. And then, of course, they can attack you through the walls, so it's just like, oh, which way am I being attacked from? I'm trying to get the snake trigger while I was sleeping, because it looks really freaky when it does. But that doesn't seem to be happening. Let's cast some fireballs. I heard something get hurt. They just want to attack me. They don't want to do the snake. But anyway, that's gonna do it. That's Lands of Lore. Like I said, just be careful of the Valen's Cube if you play it, and save a lot in Nerbish Mine so you don't get stuck and have to replay portions of the game. Because there's some tricky, there's that one tricky puzzle. But thanks for joining, everybody, and I will see y'all next week.
Yep, take care, guys.